Hello everybody, I'm Purnima and I'm going to do the question answers today of the lesson The Midnight Visitor. But before doing the question answer, children, uh, like I will like to tell you about all the important points of the uh, this chapter, The Midnight Visitor. Of course, I would once again like to discuss with you about the author and then of course the theme of the story. So first of all, The Midnight Visitor is written by Robert Arthur. Robert Arthur Jr. was an American writer of mystery and speculative fiction. His fame rests on the Mysterious Travel radio series and his three investigator series of novels. So he became famous by his radio series, The Mysterious Traveler, and through his novel Three Investigators. His stories were published in many magazines between 1930 and 1940. He also wrote mystery books for children. He was twice honored by the Mystery Writers of America. With his writing partner Edgar, he died in 1969 in Philadelphia. So he died in 1969 in Philadelphia. Now, theme of the story. What was the theme of the story? The Midnight Visitor is very thrilling and mysterious story, and it tells about the secret agent Oswald. Now, children, Oswald's one particular episode. Now, there are three characters I told you here. One is Mr. Fowler, who is a romantic writer, and he's writing something on detectives, and he came to Mr. Oswald, who is a detective, who is the secret agent, and he wanted to have his interview. Now when he comes to him, he is shocked and he is a bit depressed because he is not like other secret agent. Other secret agents, as described in the films or in the novels, that they are tall, handsome, surrounded by dark-eyed beauties, with a wine in their hand, with a long, nice big car, then with a nice house. So when he came there, everything was opposite what he had expected. In fact, Mr. Oswald was a sloppy. Sloppy means very careless and untidy looking person, and moreover he was fat. So he was a bit depressed. Then he was not living in a very nice house. He was living in the sixth floor in a French hotel, of a medium class French hotel, and his room was very small. Then children, but one thing, so when he came to take the interview, when he had given appointed also, he was shocked. He was shocked that that fellow, Mr. Oswald, is beyond his expectation. And from his expression, Mr. Oswald understood also. He understood also that yes, there are people who did not like him, and he guessed by seeing his expression of Mr. Fowler that he is a bit depressed, maybe because of his looks. So, but then till something happened there. What happened, that I will be telling you, that he really admired Mr. Oswald, the person who was a bit disappointed when he saw him for the first time. And one incident happened suddenly when, as soon as he entered his house, and which shows that he is a great presence of mind, and he is quite fit to be a nice detective. He is quite fit to be a secret agent due to his presence of mind. Now, what was the thing which happened? What was the thing which happened? This I'm going to disclose now, okay, by telling all the important points of the story. So now I will be telling you all the important point of the story. Now, Fowler meets secret agent Oswald. So Fowler was a young and romantic writer, as I told you. He wanted to meet Mr. Oswald because he wanted to write a book on detective. Oswald was a detective in Paris who was fat and sooty and hardly looked like a secret agent. So Fowler meets a secret agent, Oswald. Fowler was a young romantic writer. He came to meet a secret agent Oswald in his office. Actually, he had come to gather necessary material for his book on secret agent. Like all people, Fowler had also formed quite a romantic picture of Mr. Oswald. Oswald did not, but when he met him in his room, outside his room, he did not meet his expectation. He was a sloppy person. He was a bad person, and Oswald did not fit any description of a suitable agent Fowler had ever read or imagined. Fowler felt let down. Oswald's office was in a small room on the sixth and top floor. He was a sloppy fat man. He had an American accent. Oswald himself felt that Fowler was disappointed after meeting him. Important paper in Oswald's custody. Oswald told Fowler that he had a very important paper in his custody. Someday that paper might well affect the course of history. Then Oswald switched on the light. Fowler had his first authentic thrill of the day. He saw another man was standing in his room, and the name of that person was Max. Well, Max entered with a pistol. Oswald was stunned to see Max in his room with a pistol. He had thought he was in Berlin. Max was slender, crafty, and had the face of a fox. There was nothing menacing about Max except his pistol. Max demanded the important report concerning some new missile that was in the custody of Oswald. He wanted to take it from Oswald by hook or by crook. Oswald cooks up a story about balcony. Now, children, when Oswald saw that his life is in danger and he may take away the paper by force, so he started thinking something and which proved that he has a great presence of mind. What he had done, he had cooked up a false story of a balcony. On the spur of the moment, Oswald cooked up a story, and what a story he cooked, he told Fowler and Max about his balcony below the window had become a nuisance because this is the second time in a month that somebody had got entered to his room through that balcony. Max, when he heard this, he showed his ignorance about the balcony and told that he entered through a pass key. Oswald told Max that the balcony actually belonged to the other apartment. It extended under his window. Knocking at the door. Now, children, Max was standing. He was not knowing what to do, and in fact, he was thinking how he had missed the balcony of the room. Suddenly, they heard that he was, and Max was waving his pistol with a commanding gesture. Soon, they heard a knocking at the door. Now, Oswald cooked up another story here. He told that police is there outside his room and they are knocking at once. He had a very important paper with him, so he needed a little extra protection, so he had to go to police, and he told the police to check on him to make sure that everything was all right. Fowler jumped aside. Max bit his lip nervously. Oswald threatened Max that the police would enter soon as the door was unlocked. They would not hesitate to shoot. Nervous Max jumps out of the window. Now Max was so scared, he was so nervous that children, he jumped outside the room. He thought that he would jump outside the balcony. But as I told you, balcony was not there. It was all a cooked up story. It was also a false story. And you must have imagined what must have happened to Max. He must have fallen from the 6th floor to the ground floor, and he must have died. So Oswald threatened Max that the police would enter soon as the door was unlocked. They would not hesitate to shoot. So what happened now was Max, he jumped out of the window. He asked Oswald to send the police away or he would not hesitate to shoot. The knocking at the door became louder. Max kept his body twisted and pointed his gun at Oswald and Fowler. He put another leg over the windowsill. Then in desperation, desperation, he jumped out. As he dropped, he screamed once shrilly. Why he screamed? Because children, he came to know that there was no balcony outside. Waiter appeared. Suddenly, children, the door opened, and the waiter it appeared. The door opened, and a waiter stood there with a tray, a bottle, and two glasses. Actually, it was not the police, but it was the waiter whom Oswald had already ordered drink for Fowler and for himself. Fowler was still white-faced. He realized. He asked about the man who jumped out on the balcony. Oswald assured Fowler that Max would not return as there was no balcony below the window and he had simply cooked up the story. Okay, and later on he found that the knocking of the door were made by the waiter who entered the room with a bottle and two glasses of water by Oswald. Now children, Fowler had to believe that this man is a great genius. He is a great secret agent, and now children, he forgot all about his disappointed about the physical appearance of Oswald. As per Fowler, he thinks that he is one of the best, the secret agent. So children, this is this were all the important points of the story. And now children, I would like to discuss the question answer of page number 14. How is Oswald different from other secret agent? So it's very nice, interesting question. Oswald was a secret agent with a difference. Generally, secret agents are believed to be like James Bond, surrounded by the black-eyed beauty, have a glasses of wine in their hands, but they should be very smart looking, tall, handsome. But then when Oswald was different because he was fat and stocky person, in gestures and appearance he did not fit any description of a secret agent. Who is Fowler and what is his first authentic thrill of the day? Fowler is a young and romantic writer. He wants to write a book on detectives. He comes to meet Oswald. Fowler gets disappointed when he meets Oswald. He doesn't in any form look like a secret agent. But soon, Fowler gets his first authentic thrill of the day when he sees a young man standing halfway across the room holding a small automatic pistol in his hand. The real thrill starts here. Now we will be discussing the question answer of page number 15. How has Max got it? Max entered Oswald's room by using a passkey. He entered the room in his absence. When Oswald switched on the light, he found Max standing halfway in the room holding a pistol in his hand. How does Oswald say he got in? Actually, Oswald get in his room as he had been normally getting in every day through the door. However, just to confuse Max, he says that it is the second time in a month that someone has got into his room through that nuisance of balcony. Now, question answer of page number 18. Oswald did not fit any description of a secret agent Fowler had ever read. What do secret agent in books and films look like, in your opinion? So children, I think this question we have to do by yourself. That what according to your opinion, what is your imagination of the secret agent? So this all question answer, okay. Now I want to discuss one long question of page number 18, and that is question number 1. In this story, Oswald shows great presence of mind or the ability to think quickly and act calmly and wisely in a situation of danger and surprise. Give example from your own experience. So I think this is also a nice question. You can narrate your own experience. Otherwise, you also have to put some story like Oswald. Okay, so I think this questions, I think you have to do all this thing. The rest of the question we have discussed, I think that way. Now I will be doing some questions from the sample paper. Okay, so we will be doing some question from the sample paper. Now first of all children, short question answer I will be discussing. and then we will be discussing the long question answer. So short question answer of 30 to 40 words will come in the examination. This you have to make sure that the 30 to 40 word question answer will come in the examination. So my first question is, what is the important paper that Ausubel talks of? So what you will say, Ausubel is a secret agent. How you will start? You directly don't have to start with the important paper. You have to start with Ausubel, that he was a secret agent and he had some papers in his hand. So we will start like that. Ausubel is a secret agent. He had been assigned an important job. He has an important paper regarding some new missiles under his custody. So he had paper regarding some new missile under his custody. The paper may well affect the course of history. It is of so much importance that several men and women have risked their life to get them. Even Max, the secret agent himself, come to grab them from Ausubel room. How did Fowler had his first authentic thrill of the day? Okay. How did Fowler had his first authentic thrill of the day? Fowler was rather bored and disillusioned after meeting the secret agent Ausubel, but soon he had his first authentic thrill of the day. The moment Ausubel switched on the light, he found a man standing halfway across the room. He had a small automatic pistol in his hand. Fowler was stunned. The man demanded the report concerning some new missiles from Ausubel. Fowler had his first authentic thrill of the day. Why and how did Max enter Ausubel room? Max's entry was not merely accidental. He had entered Ausubel room through a pass key. When Ausubel switched on the light, he found him standing with a small automatic pistol in his hand. He had come to grab a very important paper that was related to some new missiles. Several men and women had already risked their life to get that report. Now describe Max as a secret agent. So this also you can describe. Like Max was a secret agent and a rival, an enemy of Ausubel. He was slender, a little less than tall. He appeared crafty and bad pointed countenance of a fox. There was nothing especially menacing about him except his pistol. He came to Ausubel room to steal a very important paper concerning some new missiles. He is outwitted by Ausubel and made to jump out of the window. What was the real story of the balcony below the window of Ausubel room? So Ausubel had an instant and fertile mind. He used to cook up a story which shows his presence of mind also. He could cook of all kinds of a story that fit in different situation. Actually, there was no balcony below the window of his room. Ausubel cooked up a story that the balcony below his room had become a big nuisance. It was the second time that someone had got into his room through it. Actually, he wanted to confuse Max and make him jump out of the window to get rid of him. So this was one of his tricks. What position did Max take before he jumped out of the window? Max kept his body twisted. In this way, he could keep his gun pointed at Ausubel and Fowler. He grabbed the frame with his free hand to support himself. He swung his other leg up and over the window. Still, the moment he heard the knocking getting louder at the door, he positioned himself to jump out of the window. What story did Ausubel cook up regarding the arrival of the police? How did it affect Max? So, Ausubel was very quick of mind. His sharp brain could cook up any story that could fit in a particular situation. When Max heard a loud knocking at the door, he got nervous. Ausubel told Max that the knocking at the door announced the arrival of the police. After all, he was holding an important paper concerning missile. He had sought police protection. He told the police to check on him to make sure that everything was all right. This unnerved and confused Max, and he had to jump outside the window and he must have died. Now, how did clever Oswald outwit and get rid of his rival or enemy, Secret Agent Max? So, indirectly, I've already discussed this with you, but once again, I would like to discuss. So, Oswald very cleverly convinced Max that there existed a balcony below the window sill of his room. Actually, it was a trap to make jump out of the window. He unnerved Max by cooking up a false story of the arrival of the police. Confused and panicked, Max jumped out of the balcony, which actually did not exist, and he must have fallen from the sixth floor to the ground. And in this way, Oswald got rid of his enemy or rival. Who was actually knocking at the door? Was it a pre-planned? Oswald could cook up any false story to suit his mission. He cooked up the story of the police. He told Max that he himself sought the protection of the police. He had a very important report with him. Actually, the knocking at the door was of Henry, the waiter. When the door opened, he was standing there with a bottle and two glasses. It was all cleverly planned in advance to outwit the crafty rival Max. Now, how do you judge Oswald as a secret agent? Oswald was fat in body but exceptionally quick in mind and manipulations. He might look fat and stupid but was much more than that. His sharp mind could cook up any story that could fit in a particular situation. The story of balcony and knocking of the door by the police were his cooked up story through which he got rid of his enemy. And in fact, Max was confused and he became nervous. Max, although he did not also look like a secret agent as described in books or shown in film, but he was highly competent and sharp-witted secret agent. Now we will be discussing few long question answer, like presence of mind and intelligence are more powerful than a gun. So presence of mind and intelligence, they are more powerful than a gun. How far is true in case of Oswald, the secret agent? Oswald is actually not of that kind as we read in detective stories and books. Nor he is like the heroes of James Bond films. Oswald is an exception. The young writer Fowler is disappointed when he meets him. After meeting Oswald, Oswald does not fit any description of a secret agent. He is fat and sloppy. He is not surrounded by black-eyed beauties. He did not have wine in his hand. His room is rather small, and that too on the sixth floor of a French hotel. However, appearances are generally deceptive. Oswald proves that presence of mind and intelligence are more powerful than a gun. Presence of mind and intelligence are the assets of Oswald. His sharp reaction, particularly to a dangerous situation, is very quick and thorough. When he finds crafty Max in the room with a pistol in his hand, he at once understands the purpose of his visit. The rival's secret agent, who has come to take away the important report that was concerning some new missiles, must be outwitted and defeated to his own game. Oswald cooks up the story of the balcony and the police so convincingly that Max falls into his trap. While there is no balcony below the window of his room, the knocking at the door are not of the police but of his waiter. The confusion and unnerved Max jump out of the window in desperation. Thus, through his presence of mind and intelligence, Oswald proved himself more powerful than a gun. How did crafty and foxy Max fail to take away the all-important report concerning some new missiles from Oswald? How did Oswald outsmart and outwit the crafty Max and got rid of him? Naturally, it was a fight between two secret agents belonging to two different organizations. The bone of contention was of the all-important report concerning some new missiles. It was with Oswald and Max wanted to take it away by force or by using his gun. The report was so important that several men and women had risked their life to get it. Someday that report might well have affected the course of history also. No doubt, Max had come prepared. When Oswald switched on the light, he found Max standing halfway across the room with a small automatic pistol in his hand. Oswald had to use his presence of mind and fertile brain to outwit Max. His cooking up of two stories related to the balcony below his window and the police were his master strokes. In fact, his cooked up story saved him, and they were his master strokes. In his simple way, Oswald succeeded in convincing Max that both the stories were true. Actually, there was no balcony below the window. He wanted to unnerve Max. He planting the false story at the loud knocking at the doorway of the police. In desperation, Max jumped out of the window and Oswald got rid of his crafty rival for forever. So children, this is all. Now one more question answer we will be doing. Okay. Like describe in detail the two false story planned by Oswald to get rid of Max, the secret agent of the rival organization. Did the false stories have the desired effect? Give a recent answer. Very nice question. Okay. So here you have to write the both of the story in detail. So presence of mind, quick reactions, and a fertile brain more than compensated the fat and sloppy man. So though he was fat, but he was very intelligent